So this is a very important step that we're going to get into in this module. And really what this is the foundation, the dashboard, if you will, of all the content that you're going to create, and really being able to manage all the pages, the comments, the messaging, all the things. I spent so many years of my life banging my head against the wall, doing things because I was stubborn, didn't want to do it this way, didn't do it this way, until I got to the point where the pressure was on and I really had to engineer solutions for all these problems. So everything in this course is because I've wasted time, I've wasted money, I've looked like a fool, I've done it wrong a lot of times. And this is one that took me quite a while to develop. It might seem simple at the end, but this is something until I really dialed in this process. We're talking 2 full-time jobs it was taking me to potentially manage all these pages. I was managing them for myself. I was managing them for clients. So this was really born out of the fact that I had to engineer a solution, right? The mother of invention, right? Necessity is the mother of invention. And I don't say invented, but I just discovered this process of tabbed browsing within Google Chrome. This will help you across the board. If you're not already doing this, do it in your personal life, do it in your business life, tell your friends, tell your family. It will save you so much time. So let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, or that you're gonna need to do, is download Google Chrome. So you're gonna just type in Chrome in your browser if you don't already have it. And you're gonna download Google Chrome. It's pretty simple. Find your device, go to Google Chrome, download it. If you're not a Chrome user, maybe you should be. So anyway, what we're going to do here is set up from scratch a new Google Chrome profile. And I'm going to have to close these out because they're just going to cause me issues. But you can already see, this is one of this is basically the dashboard of our agency. And I have all these things in the tab browsing up top, right? I'm not going to give too much away because this is all brand new. But basically, we're going to create this for your business right now. So the first thing we want to do is add a profile. When you open up Chrome from your PC or for your Mac, you want to navigate to this here and go to Add Profile. I'm going to make a new account for the demonstration purposes here. We're going to call it 123. And we're going to create a brand new Gmail account. And this is pretty important. You might already have a Gmail for your company. And if you do, I would recommend using that. But if we're starting from scratch, it's not a bad idea to start from a blank slate, right? Starting a brand new marketing specific email. And I'll tell you what, as you grow, as you scale, as you add more platforms, as communications become more in volume and more complex, you want to be able to separate those out. And a lot of the noise and nonsense that comes from social media isn't necessarily a customer. It could be people talking smack on your video, notifications. Hey, so-and-so uploaded a thing. You don't necessarily want that crowding your inbox of your main thing. So you can almost make a burner account. I have probably 50 different emails that I use for various reasons. But if you want to make, I highly recommend doing this, just making a marketing@mycompany.com or whatever your company name is, marketing@gmail.com. So jumping back into this, we're going to create a new email. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to make up any old name, but I suggest using something like company name marketing@gmail.com or marketing for, you get the idea. Just make it a name that has to do with marketing. It's going to be a marketing specific hub for all the communications and platforms that you centralize here. So jumping into it, I'm going to say Ryan's Marketing Company. Make up a password here. Agree to the terms. Confirm. And there we have it. We're automatically into our Gmail dashboard. We're into our Google account. And here's an important thing. When you create a new Gmail account, you also create a YouTube. I don't know if you knew that, but associated with every Gmail is now a YouTube channel. They are one and the same. Very useful. If you don't know this in the top right, these hamburger, as they call it, this is where you can find all these incredible tools that Google has to offer, including G Drive, Gmail, YouTube, etc. We're going to focus on YouTube for now. So right out of the gate, wow, we have a YouTube channel. If you don't have one, congratulations, you do now. But first, we actually have to confirm this account and by creating it into a channel. If you already have a YouTube channel and you have a following there already, by all means use that one. I'm not telling you that you have to make a brand new YouTube, but many of you guys probably don't have a YouTube channel yet. But out of the gate, by making this new Gmail, congratulations, you now have a YouTube account. You're going to be famous. You can quit contracting altogether and just become famous on YouTube. It's the goal, right? No, not really. But anyway, we're gonna create the account now. You click in the top right corner here, create a channel. Name, Ryan James. Again, I'm just making this up. Excellent. Now we need to verify this account. Okay, so in the main dashboard here, we're gonna wanna navigate down to settings. Down here in the bottom left. And if you can't see this for some reason, make sure you maximize. YouTube likes to collapse this down and you won't be able to see all the tools. So if you're not seeing what I'm seeing, maximize the entire thing to fit the entire width of your screen. So scroll down to settings here in the bottom left, towards the bottom left. And we need to verify this. This would be under channel status and features in your account. So under settings, go to account, then go to channel status and features. We're already enabled for any of these things, but intermediate features and advanced features are now locked out, right? Because we have to verify this account. They want to prevent bots and all this other riffraff from happening. So we need to verify the account. You have to do this through your phone number. So you'll enter your phone number here. Type that, 123. I have so many YouTube accounts that are associated with my phones. I'm not able to actually make a new account right now. So just for demonstration purposes, go to verify your phone number. So enter in your phone number, it'll shoot you either a text and you'll just verify the account. So some quick things just about YouTube, and I'll get into more advanced topics about this later, but up here is really where you're gonna be uploading videos in this top right, in this create tab. You click this, you click upload videos, and you can either drag and drop them in there, which is very convenient, or select them from your computer. More about that later. I could do a whole master course on how to use YouTube, but for the interest of time, we're just gonna press on. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is add your Facebook here. So once you've opened Facebook in a new tab, right, up here on the top, this plus arrow allows you to add new tabs, right? And you might already know this. Again, I'm not trying to demean your knowledge, but I'm just saying, if you don't know this already, tab browsing is the way you gotta go. And starting with the Gmail up here, actually, I wanna migrate back to Gmail. Gmail, YouTube, Facebook we're into now. Log into your Facebook, okay? You're gonna do it here. I'm logged in on so many other devices that I really can't do this as a live demonstration, but add your Facebook and log in. Now, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is log into Instagram. And there's a reason for logging into Instagram on desktop. I'll explain more later, but log into your Instagram, phone number, email, password, etc., however you created the account. The next one is TikTok. Now, you might not want one, you might not need one, but I'm just gonna say, if you're not on there, I've closed many deals for clients. I've gotten hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok. It is absolutely relevant. There are people on there every single day. You might not like it, you might not want it, but the fact remains, no, it's garbage like this. This is trash. How do I mute this? Shut up. Example, exactly. This is why we don't want TikTok. But the reality is, people are on TikTok. They're using it as an attention vacuum. Whether you want to admit it or not, your clients are on there and they're making decisions right now. And if your competition has a TikTok, guess what? They're likely connecting with people locally. Even if it only leads to one lead a year, it's worth doing. Also, it helps for ranking with SEO and getting discovered, collaborations. There's a lot of reasons you want to have a lot more than just one channel. Anyway, make a TikTok, right? You can use an email or username. Maybe you already have one. If so, log in. If not, you can use a phone, email address, etc. Use the email address, again, that you made here, yourmarketing@gmail.com. Any new accounts you make, that's an important point. Any new accounts that you make, you should use this email, this Gmail, just to centralize all the notifications, to centralize all the passwords. It all comes back to this same email. So anyway, create this TikTok account. Now, LinkedIn is another one. You might use it, you might not use it. This might not be relevant to everyone. Not everyone's on there. I personally use it all the time, every single day. close deals on there. Your clients are definitely on there, maybe not in the buying capacity because it's more of a professional thing. But if you want your brand to really start branching out and getting into more prestigious circles or part of different associations or invited to different things, having a presence on LinkedIn is important. People look past it all the time. They think like, well, isn't it for getting jobs and resume? Yeah, it used to be. Now it's one of the largest social media platforms there are. I've negotiated 7-figure deals off of LinkedIn from a DM. Like, it's super powerful. And again, you want brand authority. You want omnipresence. You want to have all these things. If you choose to make one or not make one, that's up to you. But we're going to add it to the dashboard here. And again, if you haven't made a LinkedIn, if you don't have one, use this as the opportunity. Go ahead and make one. Get your presence out there. You want omnipresence on the internet. You want to be discoverable every single place. All of these platforms, they really do matter. So again, create a LinkedIn if relevant, or log into your LinkedIn. So another option is to create an X. I don't really use X. I never really got into Twitter, but I'll tell you what, I use Twitter for some of my clients and it was very effective. Again, it's more about having your language, having your video, having you out there on the internet. It's not that you're necessarily going to gain this massive following on Twitter and it's going to lead to all these leads and jobs for you, but it's just brand authority and awareness and being all over the place. So again, it's up to you whether you make one or not, but just for today's demonstration purposes, why not? X.com. We're going to create an X.com, use your email you made here, the Gmail. And between this, right now, we have tabbed on our tab browsing in Chrome, your email, your YouTube, your Facebook, your Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and X. And any other platforms. So let me add this too. Feel free to log into any other dashboards. It could be your banking, anything that's business related, anything that you use daily. I would say if it's occasionally used, you don't really want it on this dashboard. But daily use, if you're frequently using it, it might be Slack channel, Telegram, some sort of communication thing. By all means, add it. We're just going to press on because I think this is enough for demonstration purposes. So again, to recap, Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and X. This is arguably the most important step of this entire process, right? Because so much time is wasted having to log into each one of these things individually, right? If you open Chrome every single time, and you're like, oh, I got to open YouTube. Oh, I got to open Facebook. Oh, I got to open Instagram. Oh, I got to open TikTok, and so on and so forth. It's a massive waste of time. You start adding that up over time. You're talking hours a week that are potentially wasted just logging into the platforms. Not efficient. We don't want that. So the best feature, in my opinion, of this entire thing is coming up to these 3 dots here. We're going to scroll down to settings. Over on this left column here is this button that says on startup. When you click on startup, you want to select this here, open a specific page or set of pages. It's going to give you the option to use current pages. And this list will populate with everything we have up here on the top of the tabs. You're going to select use current pages. Now, it doesn't give you any sort of indication that it's worked. You just have to click it and kind of trust it. But after you do that, the beauty of this entire thing is being able to close this out. And when you go to reopen it down in your Chrome, you can just select. See, I have a bunch of these are all my different things that I manage for other people. My personal ones, client ones, passion projects, other businesses I have. So the real value of this is just the time saving, right? We don't want to have to open those individually, log into them, forget about them. The point of this is to have all of your social media pages in one convenient row, listed from most important left to right, more or less. You can drag them and drop them around however you see fit. I usually just keep them email all the way top left because that's usually the most important. That's where, potential leads are going to come in. That's where you're going to, manage the email. But the whole point is that you don't want to spend time opening each of one of those platforms individually. It wastes time. You might get logged out. Whatever the reason is, we're just saving time and maximizing efficiency. So back into this. If you click this here, as you can see, opens all the things. And now, if we're ready to post content, we're ready to rock. We're ready to go. We don't have to do anything. All we have to do is repeat the process from left to right systematically. I'll get more into that in a content posting workflow, but for now, if you do nothing else from this entire course, please, I beg of you, start using Google Chrome. If you like Safari, fine. If you like Firefox, fine. But start using tab browsing and implement that same thing. Put all the things you use on a daily basis in one single browser on tabs. Make sure, I'm sure Safari allows you to do it too, but just have on startup, every time you open that profile, all your things are open at once. So while we're at it, I want to make an important addendum to the workflow of tabbed browsing here and add a few important elements that I failed to mention in the early going here. As you remember, we have these laid out, and I want to now add Google Gemini into the mix, Google Drive, and also Canva. These are critically important and things that I forgot yesterday when I was filming this. But these 3 items as well are extremely important, and there will be more detailed tutorials on how to use each one of them. But look at these as your creative foundation here. Google Drive is where you're going to centralize all of the things that you create from here on out. Yes, you can have an external hard drive. There's actually a flash drive I included in the Amazon cart that's very good to use. I have many of those. You always want to have access to files at the ready. Might be a web developer that needs some stuff. There might be a social media manager you end up hiring, and you say, hey, I have all these reels. You want to put them over here? You want to put them over there? You want to put your logo files there. It's good to have a centralized asset database, and having Google Drive with a file hierarchy of folders is a great way to start that. It's too complex to get into in just this video, but I will make a Google Drive file hierarchy video for you. Now, Canva. If you're not using Canva already, absolutely get it. This is one of the best, most powerful tools. I use this over expensive software all the time. I pay for it. There's a free version that's available. They have templates. They have amazing things. This is a graphic design, content creation masterpiece. The people that put together Canva, it's one of the most thoughtfully creative and intuitive applications I've ever used. Canva is going to be a part of your content creation moving forward. Even if you just use it for the most basic things, it's worth its weight in gold. I think there's a few different tiers, but definitely put Canva into this list. And finally, Google Gemini. Google Gemini is similar to ChatGPT. It is Google's proprietary AI, and it is incredibly powerful for several reasons, but I'm going to show you just one example right now. Create topics for a landscape podcast. I spelled it wrong. In one prompt, we now have all of these ideas, and that was a simple prompt. You can get way more advanced. The purpose of having this up here as well is look at it as your personal consultant of everything you'd ever need to know, beyond just a search engine, beyond just Google and searching something and then having to look for it. Gemini can find the answers, put it into lists, and even better, you can turn this into a GDoc right from a single click and print this out. There you go. You now have your podcast. Anyway, I just want to show a quick example of Google Gemini and what's possible there. I'm going to do an entire module on how to use Google Gemini, how to prompt it, how to use some of the tools. I'm going to do an entire seminar, webinar module on Canva, how to use that as well. And again, another module on the basics of file hierarchy storage using Google Drive, how to upload, how to share, where to put things. There's a lot to it, but I wanted to make this addendum because these were very important additions that I omitted from the original video. Email, G Drive, Canva, Gemini, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and X. You're good to go. Ready to market like a machine. Let's move on to the next module.